podcast coming to you from the studios of AIMS Media Company Limited. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. You're welcome to this maiden edition. And this program will try to give you generic topics from the point of view of how it affects our contemporary living in our society, the Muslim woman, and the humanity in general. You want to know how many of the topics we have lined up? I'm not alone here. We call her the celebrity presenter, Sister Mariam Tauba. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Eku Joko.
I hear you. I love this your turban.
Alhamdulillah.
Hi. This your noble scarves, eh? Only you are enjoying it, Isha.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
So, the AIMS podcast, how about it?
Yes, everyone is included. The Gen Zs, the millennials, the baby boomers, they name it. And of course, it is for thinkers, for changers, and of course, to grant you great insights into contemporary topic, like Hadia has said.
Yes, so talking about these contemporary topics, I just give you tips. We have paternity fraud. You remember that?
I'm looking forward to that one especially.
Gender-specific boarding schools. Polygyny. Whose benefits? The male or the female?
I already have my own opinion, but let's just leave it at that for now.
And AI and you. That's of interest, isn't it?
Of course. And then the youth and the society. Always have something for youth in this society, especially this time and age.
Yes, but today, what are we talking about? Faith-based educational sector. Must we combine it with the Western one? That's our topic today. But the AIMS podcast, yes, it's coming to you from the studios of AIMS Media Company Limited. As usual, we want you to partner with us. Yes, we want the program to endure. We want you to be involved in it, either by conversation, by sponsorship, by support, and what have you. We know that you can do it. And our guest in the studio today, how are you prepared for this topic, Samariam?
Well, looking at the topic, it's something of interest for me, being a Muslim, of course. And of course, given that we have several options out there for children, but then each parent and what the goals for, what they're hoping to achieve in raising the child is what will determine where they decide to take the child. So it's a topic of interest for everyone, I inclusive, and for every parent out there. And even those of you that are yet to become parents, of course, that is something that we are hoping you pick one or two from, so that when you are ready to become a parent, you know what to do and how to go about it.
Interesting. It's not just a conversation for both of us. We have two delectable guests in the studio.
Professionals.
Professional teachers. And they both own private faith-based schools.
Wow.
And it's a great pleasure to welcome very close to me here, my dear sister, who just identified me, Hadia Salma Lawal. She is one of the directors of iVintage College. You're welcome to AIMS Studio.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And our dear Imam has been here since. We thank you for his Alhaji Imam Omosonjo Yusuf. He is also the proprietor, the founder of Hubu Salam College. You're welcome to the program.
You're welcome, sir.
Alaikum salam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, sir. So, let's start this way. When we have schools around, just share with us. Let me start with you, Imam. From our interaction, there was a gap you needed to fill. Tell us, how did it all start? Before you now decided to say, okay, let me fill up this gap.
We give thanks to God, our creator. We started with Arabic school, Arabic only.
Is that Ilekeu?
Ilekeu.
Okay. Yes, like we have to understand what that means.
It's called
Like traditional Ilekeu, Makaranta.
Yes, ma. So we started with that. In our area then, the schools are non-Muslim schools. Okay. And the parent now said, why can't we combine Western with this Islamic and Arabic school? Okay. So that is why we now started with few students that are coming for Arabic then. So, and that is how it started.
Okay, what that means is that the same pupils or students that are registered for Ilekio, Tomanwasi Ilekio,
Yes,
so those were the people, the parents advised?
Exactly.
All right, that's
So
interesting.
those are the ones we started with.
Oh,
Okay, Angela, do you have a different opinion on your High Vintage College?
We started the school with our own children.
Interesting. That's the owners, group of owners.
Yes.
Okay. I'm interested. Why did you do that? Because there were a lot of schools around.
Then we live at Ibute then.
Okay.
So precisely, I would say there wasn't a very good Muslim school then.
Okay.
Those days, I think we have just one Muslim school, and the environment, I think, was nothing to write home about. You know, for parents to take their words to school, they consider so many things.
Atmosphere, environment.
Yes, environment is the most paramount. Some parents don't look at what they teach, what they want to give your children. They look at the structure, the environment. So we decided, this is not the type of school I want my ward to go. Though when they were in primary school, they went to that school. So it was later we changed them to another school at Agric, yes. So for secondary school, we now decided, what do we do? We have so many Christian schools around us. We also want Muslim schools at Ebute. So let's start with one. May Allah forgive one of us. He has gone to meet Almighty Allah. His name is Abdurrahman Leki.
Okay.
He was the pioneer.
Okay.
Yes. He came, he told my husband, what do we do? We need a Muslim school here. And we invited somebody from Atanzil to come home and be taking our children in the night for Arabic.
Collaboration.
So the two of them decided, yes, it's a good idea. We should do this, we should do that. And then that was...
Started bloom.
Yes.
Okay, so you went straight to Western education.
Yes, Western.
You didn't start like...
No, we didn't start with...
Okay, Stamari, I wanted to ask you.
No, I wanted to raise a point about the name High Vintage College, right? But now you started with Western education, the secular education.
Yes, secular.
And now have you, is it a combined?
Yes, it's a combined. Yes, since we are Muslims.
Okay.
So starting a school, I don't think we should just start with secular only.
Okay.
Forgetting that this is our genesis.
Yes,
Beliefs here and there.
That's good.
Yes.
Okay, so Imam, how do you think you have fared? You started with Arabic. You discovered a need for us to have children also learning
Based on popular
Western,
demand.
Based on popular demand by
Yes.
parents. How have you been able to combine the Western curriculum with your Arabic that you started with, and the children are faring well?
Before we started, we consult some experts on education.
Good.
So who gave us the curriculum approved by government, and then he's the one, yes, Abfatai Abdurrahim, is former Lagos State chairman of League of Muslim Proprietors in Lagos. So he's the one that assists us to recruit the good hands to start with them.
Okay.
So with the curriculum and the expert on the field, there is no problem.
to go.
at all. We'll get to
This
go.
is something important. I mean, it's very important that we go back to that point in made. The very first thing they did was to consult with experts.
Consult.
And then the next thing
Strategic
is to
thinking.
ensure that they got the good hands. Interesting. I'm noting this for my future, you know, when I want to run a
Business
school.
acumen, right? Okay, so now the question is, how do you think you have excelled to be at par with those who are in core secular teachings? Imam.
Faith-based school, we are not using something different from the approved. So it's the same
Curriculum by the
curriculum
state.
by the state.
Okay.
And apart from that, why we now excel is because of the faith attached to it.
Okay,
Because-
that part is very, very important.
Because when you see our children together with others, that faith is still in them. You make them stand out.
Okay.
So that is why people now say, so if this thing is going on here, why can't I
Be
join
part of
them?
it. That's
Exactly.
probably one of the ways where you have continued to recruit more
Recruit
students.
more
and all
students
that.
by the grace of
Anja,
God.
let's take it from where he has stopped. Now you started straight away from secular. How do you think your children, your students, has really excelled? Do they have this kind of complex in them, particularly when they go for competition? What's their pedigree in terms of excelling in exams, particularly the popular exams? Now you're up to SSS, right? SS3? You're up to
yes.
So, I mean, how do you excel when you have to compete with other students from other schools?
They are really doing greatly. You know, it's information processing at their stage is at the, let me say,
Top notch.
top, yes, that is it. So combining or excelling shouldn't be any issue with them, because at this stage, they're able to combine, they're able to learn both Western and Islamic understanding at the same time without anyone injuring.
all the-
Yes.
Yeah.
So going out there to compete with secular students, like the purely
Non-faith-based
Western,
schools.
yes, can't be any issue to us, and we have not even we've not been faced with such.
Okay.
Mashallah.
So because when we teach with passion.
Mashallah.
That is it.
So I think what I can pick from what you have said now, in addition to what Imam has said, is the fact that these children they have extra knowledge. That's what the faith part of the schools,
Yeah.
that's what it is doing to them.
Yeah.
The non-faith based school, fine, they have this curriculum they're following. You guys are also following that same curriculum. And now, in addition to that, you now have faith-based knowledge to also impact in them, and that
The
helps
morality
them.
in Islam.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
ma'am, you see, thank you so far for the conversation. There's this opinion that a brain that is able to memorize the Quran, just like you started, can do very well in excelling in whatever aspects. For instance, we hear that some of the kuffars, the children that are able to do well in Islamic studies, particularly in the Quran, can do well in sciences, in mathematics, because even the math started from, Islamic teachings. What do you have to say about this?
Yes, as you have rightly said, the Quran widens knowledge of anyone that cares about it. When you are able to memorize Quran, there is nothing that can be difficult for you to know. So that assists us a lot, and it makes it easy for us to impart the Western knowledge on our purpose.
Any addition to that? You want to
Yes,
add
I
to
will
that?
buy that idea, because if a student is able to memorize Quran very perfectly, Western education wouldn't be any issue. We have Tafiz school in our school, and they are doing very well. Some of them will live there,
No gap.
full Tafiz, not going to, we have those ones, they'll go to school, they'll come back. So we have some that are fully Tafiz students. When they are ready to leave the school, maybe they are done with Quran memorization,
Yeah.
they go back to school.
Yes.
Even you'll be surprised, the class, they
And
will
they'll
be in, yes. So for them to be able
To cope and then
to
just
cope,
fit in.
yes, to fit in with that class. So I even have one of my daughter's friend in a classroom. When they both went to, there's one primary school at Ebute there, Zaytun. They finished at Zaytun, primary 6. So when she finished, she went to Arabic school. She spent 3 years. She came back, we admitted her in our school.
Into a class.
Yes.
Into a class.
She's Aisha, DSS 3.
Mashallah.
Wallahi. Now she's writing her SS3 YS.
Wow.
Yes.
Honestly, Aja,
She's
you
doing
preempted
perfectly well.
Preempted me because sometimes when you see some children finishing primary 6, some parents will just say, go to Arabic school, go for Tafis. And by the time they finish, they come back. Wow. They are always very, very brilliant.
Yes.
You know. So it's something that some parents may even say, oh, they are left behind. But whatever they lost in the secular, they have gained
it.
in the
Nothing is
Islamic.
really
and
lost,
the-
actually.
they
Nothing
have
is
not
really
really
lost. That's just the
because
reality.
When you
Yes.
interesting, this is the AIMS podcast coming to you from the AIMS studios, and I'm having a very, very interesting conversation with our guest in the studio. We should be going for a break now, don't we?
Absolutely.
Let's go for a short break. When we come back, our guest at the house probably will be putting a call across to somebody who has benefited from a combined school like this, just like they have shared testimonies. Let's hear what he or she has to say. Let's go for a short break. We'll be back.
AIMS Media Company Limited offers media services for developmental journalism, public relations, marketing, event coordination pan-Nigeria, and training. Top-notch media content comprising documentaries, talk shows, magazine and children's shows, each and all promoting family values for sustainable development. Our partners, collaborators and patrons span individuals, groups, corporate bodies, government, NGOs, UN bodies, and more. Be reassured that our studio facility will meet your yearnings of digital solutions to your broadcast content. We are peopled by board members with unblemished track records and major players in the corporate world.
Hello, it's Child Crest.
Our panache, passion, and professionalism make her the lead driver of our goal-focused team. Entrust your brands to AIMS Media Company Limited to add value to your corporate existence while meeting your target audience. www.aimsmedia.com.ng Info facility will meet your yearnings of digital solutions to your broadcast content. We are peopled by board members with unblemished track records and major players in the corporate world.
Hello, it's Child Crest.
Our panache, passion, and professionalism make her the lead driver of our goal-focused team. Entrust your brands to AIMS Media Company Limited to add value to your corporate existence while meeting your target audience. www.aimsmedia.com.ng info@aimsmedia.com.ng. Like us on our Facebook page, AIMS Media Company Limited. AIMS Media. Turning your
To the AIMS podcast from the stable of AIMS Media Company Limited. And of course, the conversation is still faith-based school. That is a mixed school where we treat the secular and the faith-based education. So would you take your children there or not? And why should you decide to do that? We have on the set
Yes.
Hajia and our two delectable and professionals to treat it.
Thank you so much as celebrity presenter. Thanks to this your turban. You're not going home with it today. Yeah, so we have Aja Salma Olawa here, one of the directors of iVintage College. We also have the founder and proprietor of
Hubu
Hubu Salam
Salam.
College, Imam Omosanjo Yusuf. You're welcome back to the program.
Thank you.
Now, we were going to ask about.
Yes, I was wondering.
Hmm,
And I just said, you know what? How do you think schools like this, how do you think they raise funds? Because we know that in Islam, for Muslims, mostly we have this thing where when they say Alaji, you know that, right? You know, how did you reconcile, you know, that aspect of the schooling system when you were running it as a pure Islamic base, that is the Ilekio, and then when you had to start, how did the parents, how did you get them to pay the worth of, you know, most parents, I'm sure you both agree with me, most parents prefer to pay high amount of money for secular education than madrasa. So how were you able to reconcile that fact?
When they ask us to start, it's the same thing. They don't pay for Arabic. But alhamdulillah, I'm into another business then. So we started with the fund from that business. We are using, we don't have any option. But alhamdulillah, today the school is funding itself. Alhamdulillah.
Ajay, you want to share some experience?
How do you go with funding?
It was more of a crowdfunding.
Yes,
Put your funds together
yes,
from the owners.
definitely. This is a group of school.
Okay.
Vintage is owned by a group of people. So the board of directors do fund the necessary things needed.
Then, how about
So
now?
now, even till now,
Okay.
they support, and we also rely on the fees paid by the students.
Okay, so are you able to sustain from school fees,
Yes.
from your business? Because earlier on we're discussing, are you looking at other avenues where you can raise money, maybe government, PTA, or students? Have you gotten to that level yet?
At all. No. And we are private school, we don't expect any funding from the government.
Government.
So you're
How
collecting school
about-
fees.
Yes.
How about maybe old students? How about PTA?
All
and the like?
students, our first secondary school graduates, let me say funded level.
Okay.
Okay.
So they're still pretty much okay.
I'm sure the same thing for
It's the same thing.
Okay, but
They are still
hopefully
in school.
those are areas you can explore. You're
Oh.
open to explore and
Yes,
hoping
we have
to
a group
get.
for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, how about Parents-Teacher Association? I know most schools really rely on such associations for partnership, collaboration, and all of that. Imam, you want to share your own experience?
We don't have
An active
PTA that is very active in supporting the school, but
Okay.
some individual from the parent are assisting the school. Yeah, where they can.
Our benefactors, I only know Ray.
Yes, ma'am. Individual, not collectively as a
Okay.
PTA. I
Ajay,
agree.
Ibrahim.
Inshallah.
We have active PTA, but not as in supporting with the funding of the school
Financially.
financially.
Okay.
No, maybe if we have programs, so you seek for their assistance, they might.
They
Yes,
support.
they'll
Do you know,
support.
I would like to say something at this point, and this is one of the challenges we have in Islam, and that's just the reality. I don't know for other non-faith-based schools. So I saw a news recently where it's written that the government is trying to combat to put an end to valedictory services and all of that. I'm also in the education suite. I'm an administrative officer of a school. So I know this, and then we're following it, and then one of the proprietors was like, is that the next thing to do? I mean, what do we do in cases where the parents are even the ones ready to fund?
Yeah, it's asking for it.
Because the government are claiming that they want to put an end to that because of extortion. So where do we draw the line?
Yes, because
Yeah.
they believe that they're taking advantage of that. They are over
How
commercializing.
about the excursions? How about, you know, there are some of these big schools that take, pupils or students to international
course.
excursions. So
Yes,
do we
extortion.
still put that under extortion? Now, the point where I'm trying to drive here is for non-faith-based schools, they have active PTs. They have active, sponsors and donors, actively pumping money back into the system. So what do you think you can do in this
This
kind
regard.
of setting to draw or pull in, parents to be
draw
able
the-
to
draw-
help?
draw-
Or you don't think that's something you should like to explore? Especially for sustainability.
In
Yes.
fact, you know,
It's-
we're also talking about extracurricular activities. You know, this is
Yes.
more or less an extracurricular activity for
Yes.
children. It's not just classroom, ilekewu,
yeah.
this, that, you understand. So
And
that
getting the parents.
there's no rigidity. They can also, you know, interact when they are outside. Aja.
If we are able to carry along the parents
Yes.
positively
Yes.
to make them understand what we are really in need for the school, I think
No issue.
they should be able to maybe
Pull a weight
I-
to make it happen.
Imam,
Yes. The issue is that not all the parents understand or care to assist the school,
Okay.
believing that they are paying first.
yes,
But
that's another thing.
they are making mistakes because whatever you spend to assist others, God will replenish the
multiple
pockets
folds.
in multiple
and
folds.
provide from
That
sources
is the
least
problem they
expense.
are having.
Yeah.
But some are still doing it. Some are still doing it. Those that know the value of it, they are doing it.
No, you see, the thing is that just moderation. Because some people have the opinion that some of the things are commercialized. You see, nursery school, they want to graduate. Primary school graduation, they would sew gown.
Kindergarten to nursery.
you
Nursery
know,
to primary.
you know, graduation gown. All what has the kindergarten, primary, nursery got to do with
But
graduation
do you
gown?
know that some parents will demand for it?
Yes, some
They
parents
are.
will demand for
Because
it.
if you don't do
They
it,
do
they
that.
say, they did it somewhere, they did that place. So why are you not
Why
doing
don't
it?
they want to unify
So
it?
it's not easy for us to stop it.
Okay.
Because parents are
How do you
eagerly.
deal with parents' demands that doesn't align with the goals or vision of the school or of faith? How do you
Faith?
deal? Yes, how do you deal with parents' demands that doesn't align? Like you have parents that would demand that would want for their children to wear skimpy dresses or attach hairs and all of
Rules
that.
and
How do you
regulations,
deal
that's
with
it.
them?
But there is a little issues there because not all of them. If the father understand, the mother may not.
Mine.
So we're having issues.
Change of
And
ideology,
you know,
difference in ideology.
mothers are in care of these children.
Yes.
And
more
if
closer to
if
them.
you are rigid or insist, they may advise the father. But
take
we
the
are trying.
children
What
away
we
from
do,
school.
what we do is that we do sensitize them at the PTA meeting
Okay.
of what Islam preaches.
Okay.
So this thing, you see a Muslim boy having a haircut that look absurd. We do invite their parents. This is not good. Some will say, "This is what I want." There's nothing we can do to
How
such.
do you-
But
how do
some
you-
are
how do
combined.
you
you know.
address that? How do you address it in your
So
school?
in our own school, we don't tolerate that.
Zero.
Yes,
Tolerance.
this is
Tolerance.
what we want, and you have to abide.
If you're not abiding, that's the way
Yes,
out.
yes.
Show
Interesting.
the way
There
out.
was one time we had a parent then she has pulled our words away from our school. She complained about the
The length
skirts,
The length
of
of
the
the
too
skirt.
big, too this, too that.
Really?
What do you want us to do? So you just have to abide by the rules of the school. If not, you go.
Find somewhere
interesting. I
else.
think
An
that's very
interesting
good.
conversation.
That's very good.
The Ames podcast coming to you from the studios of Ames Media Company Limited. You like what we are conversing on? What we are discussing? There's only one way or several ways you can partner with us on this program. Support, sponsor a segment. You can hear the quality of conversation in. We're talking about faith-based school, vis-a-vis secular education. Let's put a call to a beneficiary of that or somebody who attended such school and then share from his experience. So while the call is going on, we know that this is just the beginning. We want to ensure that a lot of people benefit from this program.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yeah, we are live in the studio. I'm told that you attended a combined school of Islamic and secular education at the secondary school level. Can you share with us I mean, vis-a-vis your friends or people that attended the normal secular school. Share with us some of the benefits you got while in secondary school and how it is helping you presently. Over to you.
Okay. Okay, so I attended the Muslim secondary school, and then so from the Muslim secondary school I was able to learn about the religion, and I was also able to learn the Western education. At least the secondary school really helped me in gaining more knowledge on the religious aspects. Like, for example, during assembly, we always recite the Quran every pick a portion, pick a particular surah, and then we recite it during the assembly. So there will be someone, either a student or a teacher, that will organize it and be teaching the whole assembly verse by verse. So that was how I was able to able to memorize some part of the Quran very well, and it really helped me a lot.
Okay.
And also,
yeah. Go on.
okay, also the Western part, my school, sometimes we were able to go for some competitions, like national competitions, like some mathematics competition, and that, and also that also helped me gain more knowledge for picking what I'm going to study in the university. And that, so it really helped me a lot.
Okay, the only other question, I mean, having gotten Islamic knowledge, it didn't stop your secular or Western. I'm told the dates, your JAMB score is still the highest in that school and made you to enter or gain admission to UNILAG on merit list studying engineering. You want to talk briefly about that, even though you went to a core Muslim school?
Okay, yeah, well, what really helped me was personal reading, also meeting the teachers then in school, like meeting them one-on-one. Anything that I don't understand, I was able to meet them to ask questions, and then they enlightened me about it. But the teachers in school, they were very good, particularly, let's say, the English teacher. I know she really helped me a lot. And her name was Mrs. Kambadi. She helped me a lot, and then other teachers in the school really helped. Like, I was a science student.
All right. Congratulations. At least today you are now a qualified engineer, a member of Engineering Society of Nigeria. Congratulations and all the best. Assalamu alaikum.
Thanks, Antuma.
Okay. There you have it. I mean, in fact, you talked about standards. You know, when you wanted to study ambience, sometimes you also want to think of assisting some of these schools without standard, particularly in terms of structure, so that they can combine and meet the needs of the parents when you feel that this is not up to my standard. Do you understand? Because you did that and you started your own, isn't it? You want to talk briefly about that? Standard, ambience, and...
I'm so sorry, Imam. Just before Imam picks up the conversation, I just want to remind our viewers out there to follow our social media handles and stay tuned for more and more to come from Ames Media Company Limited. So, Imam, over to you.
On funding, yes, we are, though as I've said earlier, the school is funding himself, but not totally. There's some support from individual parents that believe in supporting the school. And though what we do is that at every beginning of term, we set aside a percentage of fee collected to get some basic need of the school. So gradually we are getting there. So we try as much as possible to set that standard.
Okay,
So because
why ask that question. Some will say, these are mushroom schools. These are is not up to standard, you know.
Yes.
You know, just like you took the bull by the horn and you set up your own, you had the means. But if you didn't have the means, you are thinking that, can people also say, okay, this is a quote and unquote mushroom school. How can I support so that my children can get both Western and Islamic without diluting their belief system?
And you think parents, ordinarily parents will be willing to do that?
Yes.
Why not?
That is why, sorry ma, that is why we don't have quality Islamic schools.
Yeah.
Because people are not ready to assist.
Is it
They are not
quality
I can
Islamic
remember then when we are looking for a better structure at our first school. We call the parents. This is what we want. We want better structure for your ones.
Students.
Now, give us 2-term pay.
Okay.
So to get an
Advance
accommodation.
payment.
What they said is that is your business. You should
Wow.
go and look for- So
Wow.
that is
Well-
why. But with the help of God, we are getting there. So and when we get there, they will now come and they now pay for what we do.
Investments and answer that to Jaria and all of that. Yeah, you wanted to.
No, I just wanted to raise it again that it brings us back to the challenge we have. It's a specific, it's an Islamic-based challenge, that's just it, because it's not the same in
Other
other
faiths.
faiths
Yeah.
or in non-faith-based
well.
schools. There are people ready to. Well,
Invest.
when you say
Yes.
the price,
Ready to
the
invest.
price
Sharia,
they-
you
they
understand?
price it down, and we are not the one that we are not meant to be the ones doing this.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
are Muslims. We understand. We are meant to understand the importance of sadaqah, the importance of giving
Investments.
children, investing
In
the,
the
the
education
in the
of-
education
of
or
the
the
children.
knowledge or the Islamic knowledge of the children. We are the ones. We should know better.
We are gradually winding down now, but we will not go without talking about the quality of teachers, which is another bane. In some faith-based schools, how are you able to train or recruit trained teachers in your facility to get the quality education impacted on the students?
In our school, we do invite credible professionals at least once in a year to come over
Impact.
and impart the knowledge we needed for the students. They come to teach the teachers. So by teaching them what to do in some aspects, so they are good to go. So they will be able to carry on the
Yes.
knowledge.
Of the children.
So
So
until the
you're
students.
training the,
Yes.
the teachers.
Yes.
Train the
Yes,
trainer.
that's good.
Yes.
That's good.
Imam,
Yes. We run timely in-house workshop for our
beautiful.
teachers, then weekly assessment of performance of the teachers.
Oh, great.
Where necessary, we correct them, as correction is part of training.
Yes.
Then they attend seminars, webinars organized by state government and the League of Muslim
Associations.
Proprietors, our association.
Yeah.
States are organizing at least 2 in a session.
really?
Then our zone 2 are organizing about 2. So,
Interesting.
and
Very
any other
interesting.
opportunity we have.
Congratulations.
Aha, but then, Emma Binu, let me quickly raise this one. How do you ensure that the teachers are not taking this knowledge away? I mean, they are using it, they're
Retainership.
imparting
Retain
exactly.
the
How do you
teachers.
retain them? Because sometimes you train these people so much so that they feel now that they are better than whatever you have to pay them, and then they're looking for better
Japa.
opportunities elsewhere.
You can't do without that. Yes, you can't do without that. Yes.
Yes, nothing you can
Once
do
they,
about that.
they gained what you think you have impacted
In
that
them.
into them, so
They go for the highest
go
bidder.
for the highest
So
bidder.
Highest bidder,
prepare
that
your
is
mind.
it.
Is it that you prepare your mind that these people will eventually leave us?
No,
we don't
not
mind. We're
at
doing it
all.
for the sake of Allah. Do you take it out of this?
It's knowledge given to a fellow Muslim if they are Muslims.
Yes.
And then you keep
I
repeating
think
it.
that's what makes us beautiful as Islam, the religion, and then the faith-based area of that, running a school. You as owners of these schools, you're able to know that, okay, whatever we do, because I have people, I went to a seminar the other time, it wasn't faith-based, so they were Christians, and one woman, her school is in Enugu, she said, I don't do that with my teachers. They sign a contract. You don't leave for this, and as in for this duration. Immediately after we train you. That's one. Secondly, she says she doesn't pay she pays them in arrears. I mean, she pays them. She owes them a month, so a month or two.
Wow.
Yes, yes, it's part of
It's
part of the contract that
Lie with
they sign,
Islam.
so that they don't just
Sweat
leave.
of the laborer must not
It must not dry before you pay.
That is
don't
the
do
beauty of
that
our
is it.
day.
Yes,
That is
that
it.
is Islam.
Interesting.
That is
Let's not do
Islam.
that.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Any final words? Just short, conclusive words from you. Haja.
For parents trying
So
to
the
determine
society in general,
Yes.
I think we need to embrace faith-based schools
and support
because
them.
just
And support.
morality
Embrace and support.
and support
Yes.
faith-based schools. You know, morality
Yeah.
is defined by faith.
Yes.
Yes.
Declining in this age
Yes.
and time.
Very, very.
So the morality in general is zero. When we talk of morals, it is nowhere to be found
That's why
any
you are
longer
there
in
to
the
hold
society.
them.
So we employ our parents to adapt the system of faith-based school so that the teachings of
Can
Islam
impact.
will be impacted
On
into
the
their
students
works.
and
Yes.
even the society.
and they into the society at large.
Of course.
Yes.
Imam, final words.
I will implore the parent to choose school that build both head and heart.
Yes.
To the student, they should beware of their faith, their books, and their future.
Interesting.
To the government, as my sister said, and community at large, they should support faith-based school because of this
We are molding tomorrow
moral decadence.
in the
The
society.
level we have
facing.
today, if a child is well brought up, he won't find himself with those.
Don't worry. All those are the things we're going to be talking about in our
We're
subsequent
going to
edition.
explore it. We're going to go deeper
Drum
into
it
it.
into
Yes.
the ear so that we can have a saner society.
Because
Right?
of course, this is AIMS podcast for change makers and thinkers and for builders.
Hear
So
you. Watch out for other topics that we will bring into you. Paternity fraud, watch out for that. AI and you. Boarding schools for gender specific, should we encourage it?
career woman, and the women in politics. God, I can't wait for those topics.
We are whetting your appetite. Yes, remember that we can't bring all of this without support. Try to support this program so that it can endure beyond now. Join us same time next week when we shall bring you another very, very interesting topic on the AIMS podcast from the studios of AIMS Media Company Limited. Appreciation to all the team members. It's been a teamwork. And let's do this again. Haja.
Assalamu alaikum. Bye-bye. See you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you.